This visualization shows how rapidly modern networks link together. In a live environment, hundreds of devices need to connect and communicate instantly. Manually typing out IP addresses for every single machine is tedious and prone to human error. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, or DHCP, replaces that manual labor by automatically assigning IP addresses the moment a device connects to the network. To follow along with the steps, open your Cisco iOS lab environment. Packet Tracer or GNS3 both work perfectly for this setup. Mastering these specific command line interface commands gives you the tools to build a fully scalable, self-managing infrastructure. This split screen shows our starting point, a basic network topology on the left and our Cisco CLI terminal on the right. Step 1 is transitioning from user exec to global configuration mode. Type Enable, hit Enter, and then type Configure Terminal. Notice how the prompt updates to indicate your new access level. Next, configure the router interface. Type Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 and assign the IP with IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0. Then apply the No Shutdown command. This step is mandatory to physically activate the port. With the interface active, type Service DHCP to turn on the router's server capabilities. Now we reserve static IPs for permanent devices like routers, servers, and printers. Type IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.10. Establishing these exclusions before creating the DHCP pool ensures the server knows exactly which addresses are off-limits, which prevents IP conflicts before any assignments begin. Now we build the pool itself. Type IP DHCP pool LAN. Verify you are in the correct submode by checking the terminal prompt. The arrow here shows it has updated to DHCP config. Define the subnet for your DHCP clients by typing network 192.168.1.0, 255.255.255.0. Next, establish the client gateway with default router 192.168.1.1 and set up web address resolution using DNS server 8.8.8.8. Configure the local suffix by typing domain name company.local and then define the IP lifespan with lease 7. This tells the server the assignment is valid for exactly 7 days. This graphic shows the complete 11-line configuration block from enable down to exit. Pause here and verify your work matches exactly. This pool configuration acts as the automated blueprint. Every new device that connects will follow these parameters to communicate on this specific subnet. Let's test it by configuring a second Cisco device to act as a client. Access it with Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Tell it to request an address automatically by typing IP address DHCP and bring the port online with no shutdown. Back on your primary server router, type Show IP DHCP Pool to verify the active pool statistics. Next, type Show IP DHCP Binding. In the highlighted output, look for the assigned IP address tied directly to the client's MAC address identifier. As a final check, use Show Running Config to review all the settings currently applied to the router. These verification commands provide the visibility needed to ensure the router and client are communicating correctly. This diagram illustrates an architectural problem. DHCP relies on broadcast traffic, which routers block by default. Because of this barrier, a remote DHCP server cannot hear client requests from other subnets. To fix this, apply a DHCP relay agent. On the interface receiving the client broadcasts, type IP helper address 192.168.10.5. This forwards the request directly to the remote server. For troubleshooting at the operating system level, this mockup shows your two main environments. On Windows, type ipconfig/release to drop the current lease, and ipconfig/renew to request a new one. On Linux systems, execute the command dhclient. Once the new lease is acquired, type ping 8.8.8.8 to prove you have global connectivity. Knowing how to bridge subnets and manually force lease renewals gives you the control required to manage an automated system across complex networks. This diagram represents the final success state. If the client pulled an IP address and can ping the outside world, your DHCP configuration is functional. The only way to truly internalize network administration skills is through practical, hands-on configuration at the command line. If you found this guide helpful, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications for more networking tutorials. Mastering these commands allow you to build and maintain the automated systems that form the backbone of modern network administration.